So just to add a couple of words, and if I may, I'm going to do this in Hebrew, and this is going to be the only Hebrew you hear for today, so I apologize to anyone who doesn't understand. יש כמובן שיתוף פעולה טכנולוגי ועסקי מאוד הדוק בין ארצות הברית וישראל, ובין אירופה וישראל, והשבוע הזה, שבוע הסייבר, זה רק אחת הדוגמאות לזה. כולם יודעים שישראל היא מעצמת סייבר ומעצמת הייטק. אנחנו רוצים להביא נדבך נוסף, וזה השיח של המדיניות, שג'ולס ואני עושים את זה בדרך כלל לא בהקשר ישראלי, בהקשר אמריקאי או בהקשר אירופי, ולקשר את השיח הזה לארץ, כי אנחנו חושבים שזה חשוב גם לתעשייה הישראלית. חברות, נגיד סטארט-אפ, שלא לוקחות בחשבון את ההיבטים של המדיניות ושל הפוליסי, יכולות להתקל בתקרת זכוכית בשלב מסוים, כשהן מגיעות לקרנות הון סיכון, או שהן רוצות לעשות אקזיט, או אפילו למכור רק טכנולוגיה או עסקים לחברות רב-לאומיות גדולות, שכן חושבות על הדברים האלה כל יום. גם לקשר את האקדמיים, וזה לא צריך להגיד שבעידן של BDS ושל ניסיונות לבודד את האקדמיה הישראלית, זה חשוב ליצור ערוצים של שיח, וגם ברמה הממשלתית, ממשלת ארצות הברית וממשלת אירופה, ונמצאת פה נציבת שרת המשפטים של אירופה, עוסקים בנושאים האלה כל הזמן, וחשוב אני חושב ליצור את השיח הזה גם ברמה הממשלתית עם ממשלת ישראל. אז זאת המטרה של האינסטיטוט, וג'ולס אמר ואני לא אוסיף. I'd like to thank the Blavatnik Center and Yuval Ne'eman Workshop here at Tel Aviv University for hosting this, the National Cyber Directorate for supporting the program, and special thanks to Gili Drob-Heishtain and Droni Sharir, who for me really personified the spirit of Israeli entrepreneurship. There are two employees here at Tel Aviv University operating out of a small office and running this mind-blowing, stream of events and conferences that takes place this year. It's really unfathomable. I work for an organization that has 120 people who work year-round on creating conferences like this, and seeing it come out of such a small workforce here at Tel Aviv is just incredible. So thank you, Gili, and thank you, Roni, for your help throughout the year. I want to thank Liron Tzur, the fellow at the US-Israel Tech Policy Institute, who will speak later today, and also Intel and Palantir, our sponsors. I'll introduce the first keynote, and this is a man who really needs no introduction here this week, because he is the overall sponsor for Cyber Week and hosting this incredible event. Dr. Eviatar Matania, he's the Director General of the Israeli National Cyber Directorate. Eviatar has a long and illustrious career. His bio is somewhere in the program, and you can read it. To learn more, I'll just say that he has degrees in physics and math and a doctorate degree in decision making. He was involved sometimes from the start and sometimes as founder of some of the most prestigious programs and institutions here in Israel, including Talpiot, Chavatzalot, and Mafat. And I hand it over to you, Eviatar. Thank you for coming here.
Good morning all, and welcome to Israel and to this very important conference. Usually when talking about cyber, people think about something negative, because cyber had a connotation of risk, of threat, something which is dangerous and we don't like, negative connotation. But I would like to present to you another perspective, and I think that this perspective leads us to a better understanding of what privacy, human rights, freedom, and cyber have to do together. From our point of view, cyber is a phenomenon. A phenomena which is going to change our lives, a phenomena very similar to the Industrial Revolution, the industrial phenomena which change our life, and the same as the industrial phenomena, the Industrial Revolution, freed us from the total dependence in labor, and because of the establishment of the machine, the cyber phenomena is going to free us from the total dependence on physical domains. Now, it's a very important phenomena. We are just in the beginning of this phenomena, which is going to change the way we live, the way we do business, our industry, the way we educate, the way we do politics, elections. The industry is going to be totally different in a decade than it is now. Most of the industry will change. Just for example, banks are going to be IT companies. And all our knowledge and information, the core of our knowledge and information is going to be in the hands of, not in the hands of government, but in the hands of new multinational companies where we put our information, knowledge, our IP, when we put everything in the hands, in the clouds. And we are just in the beginning of a total change which currently we do not well understand. We just see the directions, where the knowledge, information are going to be, how we are going to communicate in different ways. Just look at your children. They behave in another way that we used to. Privacy is something different for them than to us. Their whole lives are in the cell phones. Everything is changing. Now, since cyber is not just a phenomena, but also a domain, cybersecurity is so important. It's a necessity. With no cybersecurity, we'll not be able to use this new domain, we'll not be able to live, and cybersecurity is a necessity because we want to keep human rights, because we want privacy, but it will take another way. Now, that's why I'm trying to say that we do not have, usually when talking about cyber, something which may collide with privacy or human rights. No. Cybersecurity is important because we want freedom, we want privacy. Cybersecurity is necessity for this. We do not have to balance between them. Cybersecurity is a necessity. What we need to do, and the opportunity that we have, is to develop it and to build it in the right way, so it will really help us to keep our freedom. It will help us to defend our election processes. It will defend the privacy of the citizens. And we need to understand that it's a necessity that if we will be able to design it from the beginning, to design it in the right way, we have the opportunity of how to harness the cyber domain into a better world where we have the right freedom, human rights, and privacy. That's what we are doing in Israel. The National Cyber Directorate has been established almost 6 years ago. I was asked on January 1st, 2012, by the Prime Minister to initiate and to establish the National Cyber Bureau in order to lead Israel into the cyber domain from a comprehensive point of view, meaning not just this is a threat, tell me what to do with it. No. To see how Israel should approach the cyber domain, how to build the Israeli capacity in order to be a power, how to build our policy, our international policy, but the policy of Israel, of how to be a real power and with a presence in the cyber domain, and also to develop our strategy, our cybersecurity strategy, which was adopted by the government in February 15, and then we established a new organization named the Cybersecurity Authority, responsible for cover-to-cover for the defense of Israel in cyber domain. Together, the Cyber Bureau, responsible for the capacity building of Israel and the policy, and the Cybersecurity Authority, responsible for the operational defense of Israel in the cyber domain, together, they are one directorate in the Prime Minister's office. The way that we build our cybersecurity policy from the beginning is in a way how it is going to defend us. We build it from the beginning, from the design of how to work with the private sector and not against the private sector, how to take the government into a better place where we defend our human rights in the cyber domain, where we defend our privacy, the citizens' privacy, the intellectual property of organization, and that's something which we are now planning from the design in everything that we do in the work of our CERT, our national CERT, in the work of the authority. Everything is in order to be in a better place, and here I would like to emphasize again, from our point of view, there is no question about cybersecurity. If you do not invest enough efforts and budgets and thinking of how to make cybersecurity, you will live in a much worse world. Because everything will be penetrated. Everything that we know, everything that we have, all our knowledge, all that we do, our industry, our processes, the trust will be lost. So we need cybersecurity, it's a necessity. But the way to build it, we have an opportunity. Because these days, we can see that nations and multinational organizations are shaping the way they design how to build the cybersecurity means. So if we, these days, will be able to give the right policy, to put on the table how to do it the best way, how to do it so it will really help us, we will be able in 5 to 10 years to be in another place. If you do not do that, if we just talk about privacy is important, human rights are important, don't collide with us, if we just talk, and if we will not be practical enough to tell people exactly what they should do, and how nation states should behave, and how cybersecurity organizations should do, and what they should do, and how they should do, and what we demand from global companies that all our information in their hands, if we will be practical enough to demand, to design, and to say what we need, we will live in a better world. We in Israel, since nobody demanded anything from us, we decided to work very close with the people in Israel, in the Ministry of Legislation, and with the people that are responsible for privacy. From the very beginning, we decided it is so important to build it in the right way, so from the very beginning, we planned everything to be in the right way. But I call you, all the people like me, that this subject is so important for them, to tell us what you think, to discuss the matters, but to come to it from the right point of view, what we need to do, how we should behave, what should be done, because cybersecurity will be. Let us do it in the right way. That's why I find this day as so important day, and I call you to work with us, to discuss these issues with us, and I thank you, all of you, because we had the opportunity to discuss these issues with you, and we look forward to do it in the future. Thank you all, and have a very good day.